Oh yeah, the movie The Rock was filmed on Alcatraz.
Like which doors did they use?
I remember like Ranger Bob.
Yeah.
You ever seen the movie? For the ones that have seen Ranger Bob, only Rangers in shorts, by the way. When he gave the tour, he was here on Broadway, and then they, don't be alarmed when I say this, they were held hostages in these cells right here. The cell where he lassoed his way to freedom, you know what I'm talking about? That was an A block on the third tier. The helicopter landed in the parade ground, and the prison hospital, which is close off to the public, right above the dining hall. That's where Ed Harris had his control room in the movie. So part of it was filmed here. The shower room scene and the tunnel scene, those are studios. Those do not exist. But everything else was on the island. Part of it was in Hollywood as well. The red carpet screening was in the Rec Yard. It wasn't in San Francisco. You like The Rock?
Yeah, it was good. That's good.
That's cool. It's a good movie. Nicolas Cage was in it though. I have a kid inside. Any Nicolas Cage fans?
Yeah.
Yeah? You guys seen Ghost Rider? Yeah. Or Con Air, right? Yeah. Good bad movie, yeah.
Raising Arizona.
Raising Arizona, yeah. You know what? Or have you guys seen Next? Has anyone seen Next? Like people often ask, like, how amazing is Nicolas Cage? When God gave him the power to see the future. Only 20 minutes, that's it. Past 21, he can't do it, he can't help it. Right? Frank Cadillac. Anyway. All right, everyone. So it's time for the slammers. All right, every time I do the cell door, I don't just open and close the door and take a photo. I want to make sure the crowd in front of, two things. One, you learn something. And second, my goal by the time it's 9 o'clock, in your mind, Alcatraz is so much more than just a prison. This is the last talk of the evening. In the middle of me talking, you get anxious. You want to leave in the middle because you want to hop on that boat. That boat will not leave without me, okay? So the fact that I'm still here, there's no way you're going to get left behind. I want to thank you for being here, for making the choice to be in the cell house still, because the night, it's all about choices for you. Kindly raise your hand if you made the choice in your life to own something that will tell you what time it is. A clock, a watch. For the millennials, your phone counts. Almost everyone, right? We all have watches, we all have time tellers. Great. Now, can you raise your hand if you made the choice in your life to eat breakfast before 12 p.m., meaning you wake up before that time? You're a morning person. All right, what if your choice, I'm not a morning person, past 12 o'clock is when I want to wake up, comfortably. Now what if you made the choice to place your bedtime past 6 o'clock, but before 8 o'clock at night? Don't be shy, it's past your bedtime. What if you made the choice to sleep past 8, but before 10 p.m.? Anyone doing that? All right, cool. The next category is the crowd favorite. Your choice is past 10 o'clock, but before midnight. And of course, we got to give a shout out. You made the choice to be nocturnal, who sleeps past midnight. Right? As you guys can see, we all have our own preferences, our own choices. Now, why am I asking this? When it comes to the choices you made on owning a clock or a time teller, your choices of when to wake up and when to sleep, there's a word that I'm looking for that's very important here on Alcatraz, and I believe you guys have learned it in the audio tour. It's a word that can be simply described. For example, you wake up. You make the choice to take a shower or eat breakfast. Let's say you ate breakfast. You can make the choice to eat whatever you want. You're going to go on with your day, school, work. When the sun is at the center of the sky, you're going to make the choice to eat lunch. You have the choice to eat whatever you want. You're going to go on with your day, deal with your classmates, your co-workers, your colleagues, your teachers, your boss. You're going to go home, commute, public transportation, rush hour, traffic, drive a car, and then you'll make the choice to eat your third meal. You're going to eat dinner. After dinner, some of us will make the choice to sleep. Some of us will hang out with friends or family, Netflix, chill, whatever you want to do. You fall asleep. You wake up, you might do it all over again. It's a word that starts with the letter R. A routine. Here on Alcatraz, other than that clock in Times Square that you guys saw, if you ask an inmate, you know what part of the routine are we on? No one will ever look at the clock. An inmate will point at the door. The door, this is the clock inside the cell house. This is your time teller. How so? Imagine this in your daily life. Instead of your friends telling you, hey, it's time for us to hang out. Instead of your parents telling you, it's time for you to do your chores. Instead of the sun telling you with your shadow, it's time for you to eat lunch. Better, let's make it simple. In the beginning of your day, instead of your beep, a sound, your favorite song, or your alarm clock, or even the sun hitting your face. This puts you here every single time. Not so pleasant, right? Here on Alcatraz, the door will tell you what time it is. For example, you're sleeping. You wake up, you know for a fact it is 6:45 a.m. Breakfast? No. You wake up, clean your cell, clean your bed, step out, and you're not going to move. Why? Head count, the first one of the day. After counting, you're going to head back inside, it's going to close. Now, the next time it's going to open as an inmate, 6:45. Close now, 7 a.m. Sharp. You're excited. You step out, you do not move. You're excited for what? First meal, breakfast time. Fall in line, walk to the dining hall, all you can eat what you take, no leftovers, no choice of what to eat. 20 minutes later, finish or not, you head back inside, it's going to close. Now, we're going to talk about an inmate with no privilege. That means you stay inside a 5 feet by 9 feet cell, single bed, single toilet, single sink, for 23 hours a day. To make it 24, you get 3 meals. So you're done with breakfast, the next time it's going to open, it's not a shower day, lunchtime. Step out, count, walk, all you can eat what you take, no choice of what to eat for lunch, no leftovers, 20 minutes, finish or not, head inside, it's going to close. Now, the next time it's going to open, you're not taking a shower, you're not working, it's dinner time. So you step out, same exact routine. Do not move, they count you. Give the signal, walk down the dining hall, all you can eat what you take, no choice of what to eat for dinner. Finish or not for that 20-minute time period, you head back inside, it's going to close. Now, I know the choices you made on when to wake up and when to sleep. Can anyone tell me what time it is for you to call it a day here on Alcatraz Island? Wait, what was that? Okay, what time? 5! Too late. They'll send you to solitary confinement. So there's 12. 5 is too late. The rest is out. So you guys have 4 more options. What was it? 3! That's heartless. That's too early. 4! Too late.
3:30?
3:30. You've eaten your 3 meals. You've showered, worked. You're done for the day. 9:30, they turn the lights off. You wake up at 6:45 from a door to do it all over again. Some holidays, some weekends, 4:30. That's your life here. Now, let's talk about the door. The reason why I asked my audience if you have a clock or watch, because it's very similar. You check out your watch, you're going to see 3 things. Second, minute, hour. Same thing with the door. You need 1 key. There's a gearbox in every aisle. You open the gearbox, you will see 3 things. Selector, clutch, and a hammer. The selector is a bar where you can press the button. You can move an arrow with that selector, and that arrow has a board. On that board has the letters A, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 14. If it's on A, that means you selected all the doors. You can open and close all the doors. The numbers, it's not the cell number. It's perspective. From that gearbox, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, up until 14 to the cutoff. Anyone has any questions? Can I open all the doors? Close it all? Evens, odds, trips, doubles, whatever combination you want, the selector can do that for you. Now you've selected the door. Inside, here it's working together. The door need to clutch. That's the second bar. The clutch will make sure that the door is hooked on to the final bar, the hammer. The hammer, the sound you hear, the motion you see, is because of the hammer. Inside, gears working together, the door is connected to a bar, which is the hammer, so I'll show you guys. This one right here, that's a selector. I'm going to put it on A. Clutch. Finally, this bar, this is the hammer. Everything on Alcatraz is about security. This is the highest form of prison back in its time. 250 pounds each, side to side. I love the hammer. You guys want to know why? People often ask, how can a skinny guy such as myself carry all the weight? I weigh a little over half the door. The hammer carries all the weight for me. That's why it's possible. After all, 250 pounds multiplied by what? 13 equals very heavy. Plus, open side to side, red paint on the side, so if you're standing by the gears, you'll see if inmates are blocking it. Once it clears, you're on the side. You guys want to know why it's on the side? So an inmate can only hear, never see. That means in the event if you do get out, and you open the gearbox, there's no way you could open the door. But guess what? When you open the gearbox, the first thing you see is a plate on how to open a door. So I don't know why they have that. What kind of security is that, right? Now, I have a question for you guys. Why do we own a clock? Why do you guys want to watch?
Yeah, last one.
To get the last boat, right? Hopefully it's not for fashion. Why do we have a clock? To tell the time. Why do we have to know our own time? We have a schedule. We have our own routines every single day. From when to wake up, what to do. Right now, you guys are making sure we hop on that last boat. We have our own routine as well. Well, the door works a very similar thing for the inmates. The door, as I mentioned, they tell you their routine for the inmates, and it's a very simple one. From 6:40, actually I'll show you, watch. This is the schedule of an inmate. It's at 6:45. No choice. Lunchtime, no choice. Let's say it's dinner time. No choice. And finally, you want to sleep later than 3:30, too bad. No choice, right? That's a very loud reminder that you have no choice. For us, the person on the other side, it's the exact same thing. It is a reminder as well. A reminder that we have that one thing the guy inside did not have, starts with the letter F, and that is freedom. Freedom. So as I said earlier, let Alcatraz be a reminder to you. Let it be more than a prison. Let it be more than just a prison. Let it be a place that will remind you with your choices tonight. What about your choices? Are we making the right one? After all, 1,576 men inside that 5 feet by 9 feet cell, I'm sure one day they never thought that instead of the sun, their family members, their friends reminding them about the choices they made. It's a 250-pound steel door. All right? And I believe Alcatraz, it is one of the most unique places in the world. How unique is this? Are we all having a great time here?
Yeah.
We are. These are one of the few places in the world where us, people inside this prison, well, we can enjoy it, not feeling guilty that at least one guy in history spent their worst inside a place we just took a photo with. But that's life, isn't it? It's never about the past. It's always about the present, moving forward with the future. So let Alcatraz remind you of the choices we're making. And just like the inmates, the last thing they hear for their routine would be a door. This is the last stop. I'm going to open and close the door one more time. Well, thank you guys for listening. My name is Justin. You guys all have a great evening. Escape that way. Thank you.